Even to this day, I cannot describe it. But I knew that it was a tie to something that could kill me. It was something larger than me. It felt like the understanding that you are a speck in a never-ending universe or cosmos. Hey, you're gonna have to excuse me because I'm a little bit sick. I've been picking up a bit of a cough, and it is what it is. Nothing too bad, I hope. Strangely enough, I was sick like this time 2 weeks ago, so it's very unfortunate that I'm picking up something again. So excuse the nasaliness, and if I cough, you know what's wrong. Didn't stop my push-up this morning, just saying. I got back from a concert that I was invited to. My friend was playing her violin it was a church service, and they were doing a collaboration with the choir and a miniature ensemble, or I guess it was a violin, piano, organ player, etc. And it was just a very nice experience. I love listening to music and hearing people sing, and maybe even singing along with them, which in this case we did do because it was a church service and they had songs for the congregation to sing. So I just enjoyed it. It was a nice experience. Thanks for the invite, guys. Really appreciate it. When I got home, I decided to put on a podcast and listen to Andrew Huberman talking. And I should check for you. It is Dr. James Hollis and How to Find Purpose and Create Your Best Life. So that's the podcast name in case you want to watch it. And I must just say, the outlook that these gentlemen have on life and the way that they convey their thoughts and emotions, and also just their questions, the way that they ask things, it almost makes me feel like an idiot, because they speak in a different manner, they speak in a different tone. The way that they think is so advanced, and not necessarily advanced to a degree that we can't, and by we I mean the average person can't replicate, because these men are highly educated. Some are doctors, some are psychiatrists and psychologists and whatever, multiple degrees and long years of experience in an industry. So I'm not saying that a normal person, you cannot get to that level, but I think it's very interesting listening to those people and hearing their opinions on life in general, because at the end of the day, we're all people. At the end of the day, we all have the same amount of hours in a day. The decisions that you make when you wake up and go to bed are yours and yours only. And it's funny because I will never do the exact same as what you will do, and you will never do the exact same as what I will do in a day. Our experience will always be different. We're on this never-ending journey of experience, and it's experience that grows our souls, that grows our egos and allows us to understand and believe in what we do believe in to this day. So they left that podcast off on a very interesting note, which was essentially, how do you deal with death? And death is something that I've been scared of. Even as a little child, I used to have this recurring nightmare about dying, but like a deep nightmare about dying. It was a terror, in fact. I would wake up and I would still be in this terror. It was that kind of thing, very nasty. And I could never. This trippy thing about it was I could never describe what was killing me or what was chasing me and I was afraid of. I never knew exactly what it was. Even to this day, I cannot describe it. But I knew that it was a tie to something that could kill me. It was something larger than me. It felt like the understanding that you are a speck in a never-ending universe or cosmos. Everything essentially is bigger than you, and you're just the speck. That was essentially how this nightmare terror felt. Just that I'm the speck and I can be rolled over by anything, just absolutely disintegrated, and that I meant nothing. It was the scariest but most real, my mic is weirdly angled, but most real thing I've ever experienced, and it was ongoing and recurring. Just at random points, sometimes I'd have a stressful day, and then that night I would have the night terror. Identical terror every single time. And now here these men are talking about how death ties into life, and how what we're experiencing now is the known between two unknowns. The unknown of where we came from, and of that where we don't know we will end up going, you know. So you don't know where you came from, and you don't know where you will go, but you know where you are, and you don't know what's going to happen while you're here. You know what you have done, but you are here now. This is the known. And right now we get to experience the known, right? What you make of yourself here now this is your life. It's your life. It's what you will remember, what you will be remembered for if you do well enough to be remembered for anything. And it's your collection of choices over an extended period of time, which you can call your life. You know, it's your journey. If you go land up getting married, having kids, if you land up turning into a priest, if you become an Olympic swimmer, or I don't know, fucking a professional bodybuilder, it's your life. I can't do it for you. You can't do it for you. It's your life. This is my life. I'm fucking talking into a camera. I'm telling you about how I feel, the things that I've learned, and, you know, experiencing the infinite journey that my little soul is going to be on, you know. They talked about, okay, they kind of separated them, but they spoke about how the soul and the ego are the two things bound to your body, right? And how, okay, the ego is what confines you to feel like scared or attached. It's what confines you to feel attached to this realm, right? To life. So the people that fear death so desperately fear death because their ego has the attachment to life. They are scared of the unknown, essentially. But the concept of the ego is that it's something that's derived from experience. Literally derived from the human experience of being on this planet and living a day, and then another day, and then another day, just days in succession, which turn into years, which turn into fucking whatever, man, decades, you know. I've always been afraid of death. Always. And I've always thought that I knew when my D-Day would come. Which I'm not sharing, by the way. I have never had my opinion or just like thoughts opened like cracking an egg. Like after listening to something like that, really, it changed my perspective or my entire approach to something which is the inevitable. We cannot fucking deny that one day we will die. Unless I'm that guy who's going to create the solution to death, which I doubt I will be, because no one else has fucking done it. As much as I might want to be that guy, I will not do it. I'm not going to be the first immortal being that we know of. Okay. I will die just like everyone else. And I won't know when it's going to happen. You know? I guess there are some people that know when they're going to die, but they don't know exactly their D-date. They know roughly when they're going to die. It's probably because they got some terminal illness. And for them, they know how they want to spend the last couple days of their life. This talk has absolutely, this is just me rambling. I guess if there were to be a message, it would be, make sure that whatever you're doing is worthy of your time on this planet. Whatever the fuck you're doing right now, whether it might be getting an early night, or going for a run, or reading a book, studying for a test, shitting on one of your colleagues, I don't know. Make sure that whatever you're doing, it's for the greater cause of your life. Because no one else is going to live it but you. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Cheers.